Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Second and 4.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Yards to go.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Hassan Reddick drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The ageless one, Julius Peppers, in to bring him down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw. Gannon. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Run for Green Bay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 27, Rodgers, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively, pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now Rodgers, rolling to his right. This is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jones, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Packers have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
36-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Cardinals nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. James. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, it's James, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Operating from the gun, Gannon. He goes full extension, and he's got it. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
Jones. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Snap comes at 1. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby.
52-yard attempt.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Turnover on downs.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, Gannon. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Operating from the gun, Gannon. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
To throw on second down, Gannon. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but now it's third and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game's at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Called it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Packers.
Rodgers pass.
A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run it with James. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Here's James. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Looking to throw. Gannon. Open man is Trey Burton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. Great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Off the play fake. Gannon. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
It's 4th down.
Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
He was tackled
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 27, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Gannon. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Edgerrin James taking it in, and the Cardinals have retaken the lead. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 17, Packers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Rodgers is going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rodgers. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Jennings has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it. That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down. Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chase Young in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off. The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return. And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way. Crosby with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
In the end zone. Covered by Charles Woodson.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Gannon, flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12.
From the gun, Gannon.
First down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Off play action. Gannon. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at their 38. Operating from the gun. Rodgers forced out to his left. Open man, it's the longtime Dolphin Mark Clayton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From midfield, here's Rodgers. On the run, he'll let it. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the ground, it's James. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
On the tackle. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Arizona.
Back back to throw. Gannon, short throw to the tight end Thomas. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
9. Brings up second.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
He's across.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Right back to him on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
A gain of 12. And a Cardinal first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Cardinals nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Complete to trade.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Looking to throw. Gannon eluding the pressure right. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
86.
From 13 yards out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
48 mark. Put it 50. Hey, you block over here. You don't want to. Hey, you don't want to see it, mate. You don't want to.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On first down, Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 38, Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. And that one completes to Clayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. He changed his name, I like the respect. Give it more than when I get expected not to back. In fact, I know I said that when I
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here's the partner now. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Slam. Right.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
30. All day. Check. Cross. Inside. Wall.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for number 85. Incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. CeeDee Lamb as time expires in the first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
4th down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Looking deep for Jennings. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Gannon. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just... Shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So that'll bump it back to a 1st and 15. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go. 48 month. 48 month. Come on, baby.
Working from the gun. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Greg Jennings the intended target, and now it's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Check 48's the mark. All day, just like that. Just like that. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On second and 15 now. Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Third down.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, check 26. Check 48's the mark. Check 48's the mark. Watch the slant.
On play action, now Rodgers steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for number 83. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. They'll run on 1st down. It's James. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And hit.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
Thanks, Coach. We pick up this challenge in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left. You're up by 2 scores. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25. Second and long. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, and the pressure gets to him again. Patrick Queen, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Third and long, it's Darnold. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. James. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
The 2-yard line.
Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 16. A minute 54 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
On On second down now, it's James. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage.
Cardinals 44, Jets 25.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Tackle that next challenge.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and 10. Gannon. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
Complete.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And a Cardinal first down.
On first down, it's James. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gannon brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll start with the option. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. That's taken it around the 40. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And that will come the offense as they take over.
39-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down, Gannon. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. James. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Gannon. Pass incomplete. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Gannon. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 10.
A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. They run the counter. It's James. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gannon. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Complete.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Cardinal first.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. CeeDee Lamb. There to make the grab. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Cardinals 10, Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they...
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chase Young. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Open man is Trey Burton. 20! And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A huge play there for Chicago. 56 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Wilson will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for him.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bears draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going right side here, and that's complete. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. On 1st down, Gannon. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Complete.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down. Gannon flush to his right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
He was brought down by
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's George. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's George. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 1-yard pickup.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Cardinals 10.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 32 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Cardinals 8-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Bears will extend their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
To throw again. Gannon. Throw left side complete. That's James. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
On 3rd down, Gannon. Flush to his right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On 4th down, Gannon. That's to his running back, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
The 46-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. George. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's George. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
they'll keep it on the ground. George. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy because of a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Operating from the gun, Gannon. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's George. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Today's final score, Bears.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.